leverage in the system means that the system is not very healthy. Too much leverage, unmanaged risk, it can literally kill your portfolio. So recently the Korean market, the stock market, the index, they had this amazing historic rally, one of the best ones in 2026. So there were like a lot of retail investors, Korean retail investors, they jumped in, they borrowed money on margin, they invested in this leverage ETF because they wanted to capitalize on those gains. And the thing about these technical rallies is that since they're not driven by the fundamentals, so they cannot keep, I mean, most of the rallies, they cannot keep on going up forever. They always take a breather. But such rallies are just technically driven only, and not much of the fundamental driven drivers are back there. When they fall, their plummeting is the same decrease, same extent as their increase. So a lot of investors who bought the stock on margin, and who invested in the leverage ETF. When the stock started falling, the leverage ETF, if one stock fall like 1%, leverage ETF is like 2 times leverage will drop 2%. If the same stock is in a leverage ETF that's 3 times or 6 times leverage, if this stock would fall 1%, that stock would, the ETF, the leverage ETF will fall 6%. So when the regular stock falling, the leverage ETF, they started falling off the cliff. And then the margin, the thing with the margin is like when you buy, you get money on margin, you buy stock, and if the stock falls below a certain extent, number or percentage, then the retail investors are forced to liquidate. They are forced to sell. So the amazing rally ended up in kind of not very pleasant end. A lot of the retail investors, they were liquidated, and it just was not just the leverage. It was a lot of this in few companies, they actually were dominant in the index. So it was kind of riskier. And if like a lot of companies, they equally share the index, that means that it's a healthy index, and the risk factor is low.